plus it's not nice. You're talking to the guard, and this guy's laughing with you, and then the next day he's beating up on someone who's next to you, and this guy's suffering. So, yeah, I did the same thing. I stopped talking to the guard.
My name is Sergeant Andrew Flynn. I am in the 438th Military Police Company, and I'm from Murray, Kentucky.
No with the guns, no with the integrators, no. I feel better like this.
My name is Tessa Laura Ann Frost, and I'm from Toledo, Ohio.
My name is Specialist Marco. I'm from Connecticut.
Do you know if the Swedish guy is there? Have you seen him?
I personally...
Actually, I can tell you that we don't comment on specific detainees or specific nationalities. So that question to him, he wouldn't be able to answer for you.
How do you feel about the detainees?
I just go and do my job. I really don't have any feelings towards them, for them. I just go in there, serve my country, and I leave.
The soldiers at Guantanamo don't talk, and neither do the prisoners. Maybe it has something to do with this man. His name is General Miller, and he's the commanding officer at Guantanamo. He's agreed to give us a short interview because he's in an unusually good mood.
JTF Guantanamo's mission is to detain enemy combatants and then to gain intelligence from them to be able to win the global war on terrorism. And so we are detaining these enemy combatants in a humane manner that is appropriate to that, and in accordance as much as we can with the Geneva Convention. We work very hard to ensure that the detainees are maintained and detained in this manner.
But what's wrong with the Geneva Convention? Why can't that be applied?
The detainees who are here that are being held by JTF Guantanamo are enemy combatants, and by the decision of the government, are provided only portions of that coverage by the Geneva Convention. But we are maintaining them and detaining them in a humane manner, as much accordance with the Geneva Convention as possible.
When we're doing this interview with Miller, we're not aware of how important he is to this story. Because no other single person has had as much influence over how the prisoners at Guantanamo are treated. But what we do know when we're standing here is that Miller hasn't always been in charge of the base. Before we left, we found a short article about General Rick Backus, who was in command before Miller. Backus was fired under very weird circumstances, and the only ones who seemed willing to speculate why is military corruption, an organization consisting of ex-military personnel who investigate corruption within the army.
Okay, all I can say to you, because we're on the telephone, all I can say to you is we have a network of sources that we call CIs, confidential informants.
On Guantanamo?
I can't say on the telephone. Backus, he's a one-star general, brigadier general. He ran into trouble with a two-star general who is in charge of the interrogations. I think his mistake, he complained about policy dealing with those prisoners.
He would come and sit down in front of the cage and actually speak to the detainees that were there in the cages. And the soldiers, I don't think that the American soldiers were too pleased to see their big general come down and sit down on the ground in front.
They say that Bacchus got fired because he was too nice to the prisoners. And they also say that he was opposed to a secret list of unconventional interrogation methods.
Now, word filtering out of this camp is that some of the interrogations may, I don't have proof, be violations of human rights or what. We're not sure.
Were you here when General Bacchus was here?
No, we came just after he had left.
Do you know why he left?
I have no idea.
Okay. Have you heard anything about why?
Nothing that I would want to repeat because I don't know that it's true.
Okay. And as far as the history of General Bacchus, and all we know as far as everyone here is on a tour of 6 months, and he finished a 6-month tour and he went home. If there's anything else that you folks may have heard or may be looking for, you can ask both him personally, and you can ask probably maybe his command.
We call up Bacchus' old press secretary at Southern Command.
I don't know how to get in touch with him. He's no longer in the military. He's retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has. He retired earlier this month. So, to be honest with you, I have no way of getting in touch with him either.
But Bacchus has not retired. He has been reassigned to a desk job.
I can give you his phone number.
Okay.
It's area code 401-253-8000.
This is Rick Bacchus.
Hi, my name is Eric Gandini. I'm a filmmaker. And I would really like to ask you a few questions about Guantanamo, about what happened there.
Well, as you know, that I'm not assigned there anymore. And any public affairs inquiries, I'm referring to the Southern Command Public Affairs Officer.
Huss, you don't talk about Guantanamo?
At this point in time, I'm not, no.
Not off the record or...
No.
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
This is not the end of the story about Bacchus. We're gonna contact him again, even if it's just a small pawn in a much bigger game.
Tonight, the United States of America makes the following demands on the Taliban. Deliver to United States authorities all the leaders of Al-Qaeda who hide in your land. None of these demands were met. And now, the Taliban will pay a price. The security of the world requires disarming Saddam Hussein now. Saddam Hussein and his sons must leave Iraq within 48 hours. For the vast majority of Iraqi citizens, this event brings further assurance